What's going on, everyone? Sports here. Today, I'm going to be bringing you a video featuring my Draftkings and Fanduel NBA picks for Friday, March 1st. And hopping right in, we're going to be taking a look at the guards over on Fanduel. And the first guard that I'm high on tonight is Kyrie Irving. This is a game the Celtics, I think, are really going to want to win. And facing this weak Washington defense, I'm a big fan of him tonight. I think he can definitely go for some big numbers. And I think he's one of the best, more high-priced guys that you are going to see tonight. On top of that, Terry Rozier was questionable. I believe he's playing now. But nonetheless, I expect a big game from Kyrie tonight. And then the other guard that I am high on is actually going to be De'Aaron Fox facing the Clippers in what should be an up-tempo game. Fox is a little lower than his price had been earlier in the year, but I really like Fox tonight against this Clippers team that has struggled to defend the point guard position. He's a highly rated player tonight, and I think Fox is a guy you're definitely going to want to take a look at. Moving then over onto the shooting guards, the one guy I'm high on is Kevin Huerter. Facing the Chicago defense tonight with John Collins out, they're going to need some more scoring. And against his weak defense, I think Huerter is definitely a guy to target. For only 4,200, he provides a lot of value. And then looking at the small forwards, the small forward I'm big on is actually his teammate, Taurean Prince. At only 4,800, Prince, in my opinion, is a 6K type of player. You know, he doesn't get as many minutes as I would like, but still, if he gets 28 to 30 minutes tonight against Chicago, I think he's a safe and great play. Next, looking over at the power forwards, this is going to be the third Atlantic guy I mentioned, but I think he's just a must-play tonight, is Omri Spellman, starting in place of Collins, at only 3,700. Spellman is a perfect punt guy tonight, and a great guy that should provide reliable points at such a low price. And finally, then, taking a look at the center position, Alex Len's a great play, but to change it up and mention a non-Hawk, we're actually going to take a look at DeAndre Ayton facing a weakened New Orleans Pelican defense. Ayton's a guy I love tonight. I really think he provides a lot of value and can really help out your lineup if you're unsure of what direction to go and you don't want to play Len. Next, looking over at Draftkings, some Draftkings guards I'm high on. Guys like Kyrie Irving are great plays, and Kevin Huerter. But the guy I really like on Draftkings is actually DeAndre Bembry for Atlanta. You know, the Hawks guys are great plays tonight, but Bembry's only 3,000. And for being the minimum price on Draftkings, Bembry definitely, it shouldn't take much for him to provide value. So I really like Bembry tonight. Again, at the minimum price, I think he's a guy that's tough to fade. Looking at some of the forwards, you know, Huerter can play forward and be a good play. Taurean Prince is a solid play. But the guy I am high on is actually going to be Harry Giles. I really like him. Another guy I really like is Bogdan Bogdanovic. But moving them back over to Giles, at only 3,100, Giles has played very, very well recently. You know, he's probably only going to get 18 to 22 minutes, which that's definitely a questionable amount of minutes, usually an amount you don't want to play a guy who's in that range. But against this weekend Clippers defense, I really like Giles tonight. Again, at this price, if he can get you 20 fantasy points, which I think is pretty reasonable, he's definitely going to be creating value for you. And then lastly, looking at maybe an expensive name that I really like, who may be able to be opened up with some of these other cheap plays. I am really high on, I'm really high on LeBron tonight, but at the center spot, I'm really high on Lauri Markkanen. He's been on an absolute bull run. He's facing a weak Atlanta defense without John Collins. I think Markkanen is definitely a little risky play, maybe more of a GPP play, but nonetheless, Markkanen provides value given how weak this matchup is, how great he's played recently, and how you definitely should have the cap for a heavier priced guy. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and be sure to like and subscribe if you wish to continue supporting the channel, and we'll be back tomorrow with another daily fantasy sports video giving out our picks for tomorrow's slate.